goodness, we just received a brand new trailer for the episode Senti Bubbler. And so today we are going to be talking all about this upcoming episode and my theories and thoughts on it. But as always, before we get into today's video, be sure to subscribe so you never miss the tea on the show you love. Now, let's get into it. So before we begin, I just want to clarify that this episode is number 14 of season 4 and will be coming out July 6th from Glue. Okay, first, let's talk about the first spoiler image we had received for this episode a little bit ago. So in this image, you will notice that Alia is wearing a belt, which is most likely a waist bag. And the reason I think she'll be wearing this is so that she can carry tricks around, as she is now a permanent Miraculous holder. Now, we also learned from the episode Optigami that now Gabriel will be keeping a closer eye on Alia more than ever, as he's come to the conclusion that Alia is much closer to Ladybug than the other heroes, as he saw her handing out the Miraculous, which is something only Ladybug or Cat Noir would do. Okay, now let's get on to the most exciting part, which is the brand new trailer. The trailer begins in Alia's house, and it's actually Marinette having a dream that she's having lunch with Chloe, Alia's parents and family, when all of a sudden Shadow Moth walks in and says the words, "I'm very thankful to you for revealing to me the identity of Ladybug, Alia." This was insane, not only because a lot of people are pretty sus about Alia possibly being evil and turning her back on Ladybug, but also because a lot of people are predicting Sandboy 2.0, and since this was a nightmare that Marinette was having, it goes to show that her fears are changing. So like I said, luckily it is just a dream, and Marinette wakes up, but now she's more paranoid than ever and says to herself, "I shouldn't have left the Fox Miraculous with Alia," which most likely could be hinting that Alia will make such a big mistake in the future that maybe, just maybe, Bunnix will have to come back. Moving on, we see Marinette go to Alia's house and she says, "Can we talk real quick?" And as she grabs Alia to talk with her, Nino comes and Alia says, "I'm sorry, Nino, but this is between Marinette and I." And as many of you predicted, Nino is extremely upset and sad here. And then in the trailer, Gloop says a disappointment, most likely hinting that Nino is disappointed. Then when Alia walks out, we can officially confirm that she is wearing a waist bag, and she looks a little angry. All of a sudden, she gets a phone call, and it's from no other than Shadow Moth. At this moment, we hear Shadow Moth say, "Rena Rouge, I am Shadow Moth." I got chills at this part. Why was it so scary? We then see Bubbler, and the thing that I'm wondering is if this is actually Nino akumatized, or if it's actually a senti monster of Bubbler. Suddenly, Marinette is carried off into one of Bubbler's bubbles and yells out to Alia, "Alia, be careful." Then Shadow Moth says, "If you want to set them free, you need to give me your Miraculous." So like I said, I'm really curious because I can't tell if Nino's actually been taken away or turned into Bubbler, because we know that there is going to be a senti monster in this episode. But if I had to choose between the two, I would say it's a senti monster, and I'm going to talk more about that in just a sec. Then we finally see some Cat Noir fighting Bubbler, and just as Cat Noir is knocked to the ground, we see Shadow Moth coming right behind him, and Marinette yells out, "Cat Noir, watch out." Cat Noir is then also taken into one of the bubbles, and although we see Marinette in the bubble, she